To ask? Maybe you want to start, or do you want me to get you started? Garrett, yes.
When did you meet?
That's right on my list. When did you meet?
We knew one
But
another.
if we answer, you hold that.
We kind of knew one another all through our school years, or at least our seniors, high school years. Bruce, we just went to school together. He's a year older than I, and he was ahead of me 1 year. Anything else?
That's true.
Did you like Grandpa?
Well, he was well, he was president of everything.
So you liked him?
The thing he did to me that I got kind of annoyed with is I'd fix my band cap on just so my curls just did just right. But he had to have it military. Ugh. I didn't like that very much, but he was a nice guy.
It's nice of you got to say it.
Please do.
She was always a classy person. A beautiful girl, but she didn't know it. And of course I noticed. Then when I was a senior, my dad had a new Cadillac car, cost $1,850. And he let me take it so that I could take Luana on a date. So we went up to high swimming. And that's the only time we ever dated while we were in school.
Gabby, what's your question?
When was the date when you guys got married?
When did you get married? You can't remember?
I know, but I want to see what she says.
He always says that when he's not sure.
We were married in 1949.
18th
The 18th of May. Oh, didn't I say that? The 18th of May, 1949. That has been 65 years ago.
Elise, what's your question?
So we were engaged from December until May, and they had to repaint the house, and I thought all you had to do was get married, but she didn't see it that way.
How did you propose?
Well, they had an oil heater that I sold them, and it kept the house warm. So we were standing by the oil heater, and I said, "We just well get married, aren't we?"
Where'd you get that story? It was much more romantic. It was Christmas time. And we were sitting under the Christmas tree, I think, and he proposed to me, asked me to marry him. What did I say?
I have to think about that, talk to my mom and dad. And
I was waiting for a missionary. And so I had to put him off for just a little while. I said, just give me a little time. But when you think about something quite a while, now I did wait, but it just wasn't the same, and it wasn't very long. He was due home shortly. And then I wanted to be sure.
tall, handsome, nice-looking, dark, wavy hair.
I could have been tall.
Terry, you don't have wavy hair.
Anyway,
That was true, wasn't it?
that's true. But he got along fine. He found another woman. And I made it a matter of prayer. And I had the most peaceful feeling come over me. So I know it was truly right. And as you could see, it was.
Yes? Anybody want to have questions about Janie?
Somebody had a question over here. Was it you, Joey?
It was Emma.
Emma?
She left.
Okay.
Paula had some questions about dating.
Yeah, tell us about what you did when you, about your dates. What kind of things did you do for dates?
Okay, I told you we went swimming.
Yes, okay.
I had a lovely girlfriend. She had a lovely boyfriend. And my girlfriend moved to Montpelier, and that's a long ways away. Lovely girl, just very talented and thoughtful and kind, and the kind of girl that you wouldn't mind having for a companion. But she was a long ways away, and I was rambling around the house, and my mother said, "What are you going to do tonight?" And I said, "I don't have any plan." And she said, "Why don't you go take Luana out? She only lives 3 blocks over here." So I called her up, and you can tell that where I took you.
Well, he called me and it was just a very short notice. And he says, "Oh, we'll just go to the show or something." So I dolled up as best I could. And then he takes me to a dance. So you never knew where he was going to take you from the minute you started.
It's interesting that when I was in school, I didn't dance. I played dances. I was in a dance band. So I didn't dance, and why would I take her? I don't know. Anyway, we went to a dance in Shelley. Why Shelley? I haven't a clue. Next question.
Vicki, you had a question?
Tell us about the time you went on the airplane.
You were flying, Dad.
Oh, I think, honey, that was after we were married.
Oh, was it after?
That's okay, still that's fine.
Tell
Tell us about it.
Did we?
I don't remember.
Oh, well, one of our dates was he took me out to the airport and took me flying. And he was kind of a crazy pilot. Took me upside down, a few things like that. I still married him. We couldn't afford after we were married very long to fly. That took too much money, so we didn't fly much after we were married, especially after Paula was born.
Okay, my father had airplanes, and he taught me to fly. And I was flying for $4 an hour. And I finished my schooling, I graduated, I had a good job, I was making $150 a month. They raised me to $175 so I could support her. But anyway, I think Paula flew with us too, didn't she?
Yes, on the way home from the hospital.
You know what?
Fly.
Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. Anyway, I was flying an Aeronca 7AC and an Aeronca Super Chief and an Interstate Cadet, and then he had 2 other airplanes, but he wouldn't let me fly those because the wheels would fold up, and he was afraid I'd forget to put them back down. So he left me in. One day, I decided I was going to do a snap roll. Now this is not an aerobatic airplane, and I was not aerobatic at it either. So I'd climb up until I get up about 3,000 feet above the ground, and a snap roll is like a horizontal spin. You cross your controls, and I'd fall off into a spin, and then I'd climb, and I tried. Finally I got one right, and it felt like you were swinging a bucket. I thought, okay. So I went down to land, and there stood my father, and he said, "Where is your chute?" And I said, "Dad, I'm the only one in there. There's nobody going to throw me out." And he said, "Well, don't do it.